Go do it again, over. Laying down one night, heard Papa tell Mama. Heard Papa tell Mama. Let that boy boogie. Hey, 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 hey. The enemy. And it got to come out. I felt so good. Went on boogie just the same. Boom, 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 boom. Gonna shoot you right down off of your feet.
Boom, 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 boom. Bang, 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 bang. Boom, 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 boom. Bang, 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 bang. I love the way you walk, and I love the way you talk. When you walk that walk, and you talk that talk, you knocks me out off of my feet. Boom, 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 boom. Bang, 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 bang. Boom, 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 boom. Bang, 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 bang. How, 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 how. How, 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 how.
You think you're too cool for school. But I got a news flash for you, Walter Cronkite. You aren't.
Who are you trying to get crazy with, Jose? Don't you know I'm loco?
Hey, I got a wacky idea. What say we settle this on the
Rift.
Han Solo? Stop.
Draft.
You challenge me to
Draft off?
Lander.
Don't do this, Derek.
Listen to your friend.
Gulen.
He's a cool dude. He's trying to help you out.
Oh, yeah. That's
Draft.
a tough challenge, my friend.
All right, ladies and gentlemen, I'm Enraged Overy, and we are here with State of the League. I am co-hosting tonight with my friend Adoma in the top lane. What's up?
Hey guys, how's it going?
And we got two pretty impressive guests. They have a Season 3 title under their belt and are looking pretty good. Icically with a bit of a scowl and pretty muted still. When he said mute his mic, what's going on, boys?
How's it going?
Hello, it is I.
All right. So we just finished week 4, and we're going on to week 5. We'll forget about week 4. We're not going to do the wrap-up. We're not Darth Ted. So let's kind of look to the future a little bit and talk about... I just want your quick hot takes. I'm going to list off some of the matchups. You give me your hot, spicy takes on what's going to happen in that series. We'll make it quick.
Who's first?
Oh, I guess we're on weeks. We were week 5. And now we're going to week 6.
Yeah, we're going to week 6.
All right, so fact check me. Okay, Mount Drake versus Merc Wolves.
Who first?
Hold on, I'm pulling
You go.
them up also.
Whoever wants to go. You go.
Pulling up the rosters.
Mandrake versus Merkwolves. I think it's going to be a mid lane dominated game either way. I think Shadow of Old will take the mid lane, but Defox definitely has the potential to run away with it as well. It'll also be a jungle matchup. Both jungles are really capable, as well as the AD carries. The top lane will likely be uneventful. That would be the hope, I think, for both teams, probably.
Okay. This is a lukewarm take.
Hot take.
Yep. Shoemaker, what you got?
I agree with that. I think Merc Wolves will probably win, and I think Merc Wolves are just a fun team to watch because they like breaking out. They like to break out a bunch of spicy picks.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But I mean, I'm of the belief that in the rec league it can go either way. Like every game, I think every game's just a 50-50. So, like I have favorites every week, but I do think it could just be like every week's a 50-50.
All right. So talking about favorites, I'm gonna move on to the next match, which is Infernal versus Scuttle. Infernal, I think, is like the heavy favorite, but
I don't know, man. Scuttle's looking pretty good. You know, in my completely unbiased opinion here.
Scuttle's playing without Darth Ted. Is that correct? Still.
Yep. Yeah. We're subbing in JSEF as AD carry.
Thresh ADC.
He's a
dude.
support player, so actually kind of has a good like understanding of what's going on in the bot lane. So
Yeah.
I think he's
realistically,
also pretty good at AD carry, from what I've known.
yeah, I remember his op.gg having a bunch of Lucian on it way back. So
Yeah, he also just like hasn't played in a while because he's been pretty busy, which is why he hasn't been playing the season.
Right.
But yeah, I mean, like the skills are there. So
Yeah, time to see if you can dust it off. But I don't know. I mean, I think that of the teams, aside from Bramble, I think that Scuttle actually probably has the best chance of taking down Infernal. Because I think that like Infernal hasn't really been taken advantage of in the top lane. No one decides to like really like go in on Mr. Neat like super hard. And I think that I think if you like deny him some picks, that you can like really like get a lead there. And I'd like to think that Adoma can do that. Can you do it?
we'll have to find out. It's definitely a lot of pressure. But I will say that I think that of Infernal's remaining opponents, I think Scuttlecrab. You know, obviously we're sick. So this will be a week to watch, and I think that week 8 when they're playing against Merc Wolves, that's one that I'm really looking forward to as well.
Yeah.
Yeah, those are gonna be good ones.
Yeah, one thing
I
I gotta
agree. I also think the top lane matchup is really in Scuttlecrab's favor, and your champion pool actually works really well into a lot of the things he plays. So we'll see how that pans out.
Yeah, and on the other hand, Shu is just going to run through. I don't know, man.
Endo's not even gonna be a speed bump. That dude is like he's like your snack time before lunchtime. He's like the gusher snack.
The gusher
Yeah, he's
I don't know, man. He's been looking pretty good. I don't know. I always gotta support my boy Endo. So
Yeah, it's all right.
I think I might even say he's a little underrated.
Oh,
Yeah, I don't think that matchup is that bad, because a lot of the way Shu's obviously a great player, and a lot of the ways he wins those through he farms like incredibly, and he helps his team out a lot more. Depending on the picks. I mean, if he picks like Aurelia, he'll solo kill you 100 times. But depending on the picks, like if he picks Galu or something, I think Endo could have a chance of just holding on at least. You know?
Yeah.
I personally think that Endo is actually more impressive on control. I think he's better on control mages than he is assassins. I think that he has a more of an impact on them.
Yeah, I
when
think
he plays
I think the stats from this season will actually back that opinion up. Scuttlecrab has 6 wins right now.
Yeah.
And
6 wins.
Endo has had 2 good games, and one was on a control mage, and one
Oh
was-
shit.
Flame on.
what was the other one? It was on Echo, right?
Yep.
Yeah.
Yeah, he had a good one on Lux. He also had a decent one on Syndra, I think.
I must have missed it, but that's totally possible.
Yeah, I thought his Syndra was pretty solid. I think that Syndra's like a really good like blind pickable champ.
Yep.
And kind of just like does a lot of things at all points in the game. So I don't know. I think that if he picks a control mage, it might be a different story. But yeah, okay. So I don't know. I think that it's gonna be pretty close. I would give it maybe like 60-40 Infernal. I'd like to see Sable like not play Kayn. Like I don't
Yeah,
know.
it's just tough because like the rest of Infernal's just so taxing on bans that like nobody's bothered the resources on Sable, and then he just gets Kayn every game.
That's
but-
fine.
Yeah, that's kind of how that goes.
It kind
Yeah,
of just,
I mean,
it
the
feels like
other
that
issue
dude's
is-
smurfing.
He doesn't necessarily even need Kane. He can do what he does really well on Rek'Sai and Vi.
Yeah.
Other Jarvan.
Yeah. Like his Kayn's great, but the difference between his Kayn and like the next one down isn't like that.
No.
No, I just want to see the dude play something different. Like honestly, I'm just kind of sick of seeing Kayn. All right, next game is Sentinels versus Brambleback. I will give my hot take. It's gonna be a 2-0 for Brambleback right off the
Hot take.
yeah, real
Fresh
controversial.
off the presses.
Yep.
Yeah, no, I think that Sentinels is probably
I think it's gonna
actually
be close. I think it's gonna be
has a
reasonably
shot.
close.
Yeah,
Yeah, I think Mouse Mazing actually has a really good shot in the mid lane of absolutely destroying Pickle Popper and just running away with it.
Yeah, right.
As he's,
Yeah, right.
he's shown to be able to do. I mean, even against the game of Shadow of Old, arguably the best, if not the second best mid laner in the league currently. In that game, Mouse Mazing still was relevant, even though he got dumpstered in lane. So
yeah. I mean, I will say that out of all the matches I've seen from Sentinels this season, they definitely look the most impressive when they can get a lead on Hatsu in the jungle. And I think they might have they have a hard time doing that against Grace Gambit, but yeah, we'll see. We'll have to see if they can find some other ways to get
that's
leads.
the thing is like if the stack up is between like if it's like a mid jungle focused game, I just think that like you can't compare Pickle and Greg. That's just like it's too good. Aside from like maybe Sable and Shu.
Pickle and who?
Wait, Pickle Gray and Gray.
Gray.
Gray's Gambit. Yeah, Gray and Greg sound the same. It screws up our comms a lot.
I mean, I will say that one other thing about Sentinels that I thought was really impressive last week, even though they didn't get the wins, was Tucker as well on the Ezreal. He was very impressive.
Ezreal's nerf, baby.
Yeah,
Let's go.
But there was
Arrow has one champion left.
Yeah.
Well, just remember, Ezreal isn't really nerfed. He's just not.
Yeah, it's just the build.
Like that one build is gone, but before that build existed, there was an equally broken build of just going the Iceborne Bork with the Menemin. So he's
Frozen
still
Heart.
Is Hextech
Ezreal build.
Gunblade good on him? Is that like I don't know? I've seen people do that. I don't know if it's like
It was good when you had the Seraphs, but it's
I could see people do
probably
it, but it's probably not great.
okay. Okay, cool. That was a personal one for me. I'll take that one. And then last game, Ocean versus Air.
Bring up.
Can we even talk about this? Like,
I would probably at least bring up the Air roster. If you guys
Yeah, our
want to
roster's
talk about
pretty
that.
scuffed this week.
Oh yeah, it's so bad. You got Isically in there. You got Shoemaker. You got Gulen. This team just sounds straight bad.
yeah, we
We're all over the place, though.
Where did it actually end up hashing out? I didn't actually read any of the chats about where anyone was going.
You mean like position wise?
Yeah, where are you going position wise?
Oh well, that's on the website. But so we're playing.
I'm playing support this week.
Yeah, so we're putting Impulse in the top lane. Last season we found that having Andrew's support was generally weaker because one of our solo lanes wasn't a really high elo player. So we decided that if we're gonna play over, we might as well allow at least not just like cover up all our lanes to make us just like straight unkillable farm forever and then win the game in the late game. So that was our plan.
But if you're an Ocean fan, how does Ocean win this? Where's the Ocean hype train?
Look, so instead of being minus 19 this week, Ocean's minus 20 because Air's plus 1. So
honestly, the lower they go, I think the stronger they get.
Yeah, so exactly. Plus,
Just
like,
race to the bottom.
Their record's not even bad. So.
right, that's
No,
what I'm
that-
saying.
they
Like
could
these guys are, for what they're doing at negative 19, they're like being really impressive. So I mean, I'm not gonna say we're just gonna straight 2-0 them. I bet they could take a game. They could probably 2-0 us. So it wouldn't be unheard of. They're not a bad team, and underestimating your opponent is never a good idea. So
No, I think that it's doable. I think that the bot lane's actually pretty sick when they want to be sick. And I think that Danny Taco, shout outs to my boy Danny Taco, I think he could be taken advantage of pretty good.
Yeah.
Pretty good.
Yeah,
So,
we'll see if Briggsworth's going to be able to do that. But yeah, I mean, like, outside of that one series where Ocean was kind of all over the place, like communication wise, I feel like they've been doing a really good job, like just being on the same page for a lot of the game. But
I think in terms of practice time, like raw practice time, I think they, as a 5-man group, had probably put in the most, maybe second to Infernal. Just like the most 5-man games together. They're always playing together. So, I don't know. It's paying off. I think it's good to see.
That's all about.
Yeah, minus 19 Productions like definitely doesn't look that bad. They have a better record than Air Drake. I guess like
Oof.
But maybe after this week it'll be different, or I don't know.
Or be
Maybe
tied.
maybe they make it to play if they go 2-0 this week. Yikes.
Yeah, if they go 2-0 against us, they're on the road to playoffs for
Yep.
sure.
Yeah.
Yeah. So we'll see. Cool. So moving onwards, we're going to kind of move through this as best we can, try and keep the pacing good. But I would like to invite you boys to go on a magical journey of stats and trivia in what we have the infamous Shoemaker here to go do some shoes clues. We're going in.
I'm excited.
Oh man himself, he's here.
I love trivia.
Yeah. All right. So, yeah. These are these are some stats that you're not going to be able to find on the website. I've been digging deep for these ones, so we'll see what you guys are going to be able to find out, and then how you're going to reason through these.
This is a good question.
Yeah. So the first question that we have here is we want you to name the jungler who gets the highest percentage of their CS from the opponent's jungle. So yeah, this is only taking into account jungle camps they've taken on both sides, and yeah, just which one you think is the highest percentage of their jungling comes from counter jungling.
I mean, Chimichangas is a jungle genius, but like,
Nah.
Sable wins all
My
of his
guess,
games.
I think it's Hatsu5. That guy invades like crazy. Because he was on my team, what was it, season 2, I believe?
Yeah.
And like he would invade all the time. I mean, sometimes it wasn't a great idea, but he did it. So I'm guessing Hatsu5.
Yeah,
But, like, Sable
I'm
wins all
just
of his
gonna.
games.
I think
Sable-
I'm just gonna go with the obvious answer of Sable here. I honestly don't have a good answer, but that's just what I'm gonna.
I'll
go
put
with.
one in for the boy, Chimmy.
All right.
I'll go with
Cool.
that.
Well, so you're all wrong. The answer is actually
No way.
coming in at a hot 26% of.
Oh, that's funny.
Yeah. So the reasoning behind that is because he had two games in the jungle this season, and there was one of the games where he actually spent a lot of time taking his opponent's blue buffs and the camps around it, and yeah, he ends up coming up with 26%.
So I guess it's a percentage, and it doesn't
That's
really count
rigged.
about like games played.
Yeah.
That's rigged.
Does anybody have a guess at second place?
I'm sticking with
Gray's
my answer.
Yeah, I'm sticking with my answer too.
I was thinking Gray's Gambit from the beginning, but he wasn't on here, so obviously it couldn't be him.
So second place goes to Sable with 16%.
But yeah, the dude wins all of his games. He's got like winning lanes all the time. Like, what do you want the man to do? Not farm
My
someone else?
man.
He's gonna farm someone else's jungle. He's got nothing else to do. All right, so let's go to the next one. Go next. None of us have any points.
What if we all get 0?
All right.
Yeah.
Then we'll
Why not even get half a point?
Nah.
Wait, which one of us? Which one of you guys got the second place answer?
Me. I did.
All right, cool.
So he gets
So-
a half point.
That's messed up.
Yeah, you give him like a half point for that.
All right.
Yes.
We go.
Yeah. So our second question of the night. Name the player who, on average, gets their first kill the earliest.
On
Mm.
average.
These
You
are
can't-
some
come on.
pretty good players right here.
Come on.
These are some pretty good guys.
I'm gonna go with B.
I would probably
Yeah.
have to say B.
I actually am also gonna guess B because I know you played in like 2 series,
You played 2 series, and that was.
and I believe I watched them, and you
No, I
got a
only-
kill very early.
And just on the theme of like how Toxic Vezin got it off like a couple games, like the size of this data pool is very small. What is it?
Is
Yeah.
that a B from everybody?
I'm a B.
Yeah, I'm locked
Yeah,
in.
It's Isaac Lee.
Hey!
Yeah, surprise to nobody. So he's played 2 games this season, and he actually got some early. He played Jax both of them, got some early kills in both of them,
And then
and
lost
ended
the
up
game.
doing really well that series. But yeah, his average first kill is at 4 minutes and 47 seconds,
Dang.
which is pretty good.
Can he do it again this Sunday? Find out.
Yeah. Does anybody have any guesses at second place? Because first place,
Shoot, no,
you all
Grace
got it.
Gambit. C.
I'm gonna guess C for second place.
I'll go with D to switch it up and maybe get you guys back tied to first.
Go for the D.
All right, yeah, it's Gray's Gambit.
Let's go.
So
All tied
that
up.
one's gonna be C. And he averages his first kill at 5 minutes and 44 seconds, and he has a lot more than 2 games. So
That's good.
The dude's
Yeah.
insane. I mean, like, I
Yeah,
think he gets
it-
like first. I guess like first blood percent is just like astronomically high.
If Ice Sickly wasn't on there, I would have picked Gray's Gambit.
The dude's great. What a good guy.
Or if I had played in more than 2 games.
Yeah, or if you had played in more than the 2 games I saw.
Oh wait, hold on.
yeah, well, you're probably gonna get that down a little bit this week. So
Yeah, no doubt.
All right. Oh, I have to
Up,
switch
I
it.
mean.
Next. Go next. Name the team who has the highest percentage of their kills around Baron.
Oh, wow.
yeah, and this is not like restricted to at any point in the game. It's basically just like any kills that happen in like a circle around the Baron pit. Just like the percentage of
Alright, hold
kills
on.
in that circle.
It's D.
I gotta find some theory
The
behind
answer
this.
is D.
Hold on here.
Does killing themselves count?
No.
Okay.
I am.
The chat really wants to
I'm
go.
at a loss.
I'm gonna have to. Go,
Check.
I'm gonna have to buy the. I'm gonna buy the lifeline. I'll go with the chat's take. I'll go with Grom. Oh wait, all the scores got reset. Rip.
Alright, I'm gonna go Mountain Drake.
And I'm taking
I'm
Sentinels.
going Mountain Drake.
All right, that's an answer from everybody.
Yep. That's
All right, cool. So the actual answer is A, Team Mountain Drake.
Oh, let's go.
They have a full 15% of their kills happen around the Baron pit. So
Not too bad.
yep, they're doing a great job focusing around that. So
I
you know,
love teams
nice
that can focus.
nice job, Team Mountain Drake.
A good team
Looking
that
hot
can
out there.
focus.
But yeah, does anybody have any guesses at a second place?
Yeah, it's Blue Sentinels.
Air Drake.
I'll go with Gromp. I'll be a Gromp guy.
What a
Yeah. So Gromp was actually a narrow miss on this one. Blue Sentinels comes in second place with 13.3%, and Gromp comes in at 13.1. So
Wow.
you almost had it. But
Damn. All right. So, what was that? Basically gets a nice boost there.
Nice half point, yep.
Nice half point. Is
I
that,
like
is
this-
that only a half point? Or
This
do you-
half point system is pretty rigged.
Yeah. All right. I'm gonna have to keep on resetting these points, so I'm just gonna actually just like keep the points on my own, or I'll just like keep on resetting it because I actually didn't make them link. All right, so we're on to the next one. Let's go. It is name the team who has the highest percentage of their kills around Dragon.
Oh, I'm guessing Scuttle Crab. For
World
sure.
is the river.
Dragons are in the river, yeah. But Barons were too, and Scuttlecrab were nowhere to be seen.
I'm a Scuttle Crab main.
Sorry, I'm updating scores. I would like to say Brambleback. We have pretty good dragon control.
I'll go with Infernal. I'm not gonna bet against the boys, you know.
yeah. I mean, you're not betting against the boys, but it is Scuttlecrab.
Fuck.
Let's go.
18.2% of their of Scuttlecrab kills around the Dragon Pit. So
Alright, so that puts them at a juicy
I feel like they like
2.5.
playing around their bot side.
yeah.
That's my theory behind that one.
Yeah, I mean, there definitely are a lot of teams in the league that do tend to play around bot side a lot this
Yeah.
season. But
That's true.
That's
yeah,
a lot of
we
seasons.
have a second place guess here.
Brad
I'm go-
Brambleback.
Sticking
Double
with
down.
Infernal.
Double down.
Yeah, I'm gonna go Infernal also.
All right, it's sadly we got no half points. It's Mountain Drake. So nice try, guys.
So do
Mountain
they
Drake
just-
coming
so
at
they just-
17.8% of their.
They gotta get some more kills in lane,
Yeah, I
man.
was gonna say that. Yeah, they don't have any lane kills.
They got the most Baron and the second most Dragon.
They win the game and lose the game in those pits.
Yeah.
It's solo kills, boys.
Yeah.
Double pits of the rift.
I guess the argument against Infernal Drake, is that like they get all their kills in lane and they just they don't even need to do dragon.
Wolf. All right, so we're going on to the next question, and I'm gonna keep on updating the scores. If it'll transition. There we go. Name the team who has the highest percentage of. Oh wait, no, that's the one we just did. Just kidding. Name the jungler who has the highest percentage of their kills and assists in top lane before 15 minutes.
Yeah. So out of all the kills and assists they get before 15 minutes, what percentage of those are in top lane? Is the question here. The jungler with the highest of that.
We need a timer for these. That's what we need.
Yeah.
And then like some ominous dun 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 dun.
I have right now. I actually have the "Who Wants to Be a Millionaire" question song going on in the background. You can't hear it.
Oh.
Yeah. So
Nope.
there's there we got it going.
We got it going. Hell yeah. All right. I'm gonna go with Aether Fox.
There we go.
I'm also gonna go with Aether Fox.
It's definitely not Aether Fox. Oh wait, it's definitely not Sable. And it's definitely not Unstream. I bet it's Sweezy. I don't remember that game, but I bet it's Sweezy.
It's Sweezy.
Hey!
That's 95% in the top lane. Yeah.
Because like you have to like I don't know, you have to impact the map to get like kills and assists. And Unstream and Sable, they just leave their dudes on an island. They say just like good fucking.
Yeah, I know.
Honestly, I thought we were talking about Sneezy, not Sweezy. This is really not. This is confusing.
Yeah. It is not sweet. It's not Sneezy Boy. It's Sweezy.
Right.
So.
It's Sweezy boy.
Yeah.
Sweezy boy.
Yeah.
Oh wait, you can have multiple notepads. Okay, cool. I'm gonna fix this score thing in just a second, but we'll move on to the next one while I do that.
Does anybody have any second place guesses before we get out of here?
Yeah, still going with Aether Fox.
Still
Yeah,
Aether Fox.
that is definitely Aether Fox.
Nope, it's on stream.
No way. There's no way.
Aether Fox only has 6.4%.
Absolutely
Nah,
no.
some
Dude
rookie
goes
numbers.
top lane.
Yeah. He does not spend a lot of time in top lane apparently. So yeah, it's Unstream coming in at 18.5%. So
Oh yeah, let's go. All right, cool. We're going to the next one. Name the jungler who has the highest percentage of their kills and assists in mid lane before 15 minutes. We're all tied at 2.5, right? I think we are.
I'm pretty sure I'm behind, but I don't know.
I think we're gonna call it a nice 2.5 tie.
I'm just here for a good time.
Yeah.
I'm here to party.
I'm gonna go with Gray's Gambit.
I'd 100% say Gray's Gambit.
Nah, this one's Sneezy boy.
I feel like that's a lane that he.
Is this like including the name change like before when he was Gallywix?
Yeah. It's including all of Sneezy Boy
It's
slash
the artist formerly known as Gallywix.
Yeah.
Artist.
Okay. Yeah, I think we're locked in.
Yeah.
I'm locked in.
Yeah. So you're all wrong. This one's actually a dynamic killer.
Man.
Wow, damn.
He's got a full 2/3 of his early game kills in the mid lane. So.
Wow.
Damn.
Okay.
Yeah. not a lot of room there.
Fucking rip.
Yeah.
Alright. Well, we go next. Still 2.5, 2.5. Or 0, 0, 0. It's actually still accurate. Name the jungler who has the highest percentage of their kills and assists in bot lane before 15 minutes.
Sable. D.
Yeah. D. No, Breaksworth.
D. D.
I'm gonna go with Sable also. Yeah, I'm gonna go with Sable also.
B for Breaksworth.
Yes. Yeah. So this is a classic case of never root against Toxic Vezin. Yeah. So
Rigged.
the problem with picking Sable in some of this is
His
because
stats are rigged.
he's so good at spreading his kills around the map, and he gets so many
He's
kills and
so
assists
good
that
at
like
that.
it's hard to concentrate them all in one lane.
Well, if they're not in Baron and they're not in Dragon, then where are
the hell are they?
Honestly, Toxic Vezin needs to go
He's
play on Team
everywhere.
Mountain. Toxic Vezin's getting the plays in the lane. Mountain's
Big
making the
stats.
plays in the river.
yeah. So Toxic Vezin has a full 75% of his kills in the early game happen in bot lane for the 2 games that he jungled.
Whoa. The dude is a monster. I don't know why they put him out.
Yeah.
Like, honestly, like...
he's topping all the
These
charts.
stats are rigged, man.
All right. We go to number 8. We're still tied. 2.5, 2.5, 2.5, or 0, 0, 0. Name the jungler with the highest percentage of kills and assists not in a lane before 15 minutes. And Unstream isn't here.
Wow, and Hot Soup isn't here.
Not in a lane.
Uh,
I'm going Chimichangas.
wait, why is Endo here?
That
He's
guy
not a
likes fight.
jungler.
That guy likes fighting around the rivers.
Oh, Endo did jungle.
Endo jungled for us against Ocean Drake.
Oh.
All right,
He
I'm
didn't-
gonna
he
go
did not-
Endo.
he-
No,
I don't
look
think
at
he got
the
any. He just got killed in assist. He became an assist.
I didn't even see that game. So.
It was a good. He put a clinic on for Jax.
I stickly with the low sample size choice.
Yep, you just go with the low sample
It's a
size.
viable
Yeah, it's
strategy.
a viable strat.
I'll go.
I'm
for...
going Chimichangas.
Ooh. I'll go with Gray. I'll go with Gray's Gambit. I'll root for the boy.
Yeah. So the low sample size wins again. This one's
Come on,
Endo.
man. Well, it has to be wrong one of these times.
75% of his kills not in a lane in the early game. So, and it also makes sense. He's definitely a jungler who likes to brawl a bit in the jungle, you know.
The dude's sick.
Yeah.
Yeah. That Jax game was something. All right. So advantage Isically. We're gonna go to the next question.
It just is winning.
Winning.
And it
Points
goes,
don't matter anymore. He's just winning.
yep, you're up by 1. So name the team with the highest average number of wards placed in the minute before they take Baron.
Is this a trick question?
No.
I need to read this question a few times.
Yeah. So
I feel like I'm gonna get scammed out of the answer.
I feel like
again.
this is like the SAT right here.
Nah, this one's
This
Infernal.
one's got to be Infernal.
2 trains are passing at the same time, leaving from different train stations.
I've never seen
When do
like
they meet?
I haven't seen Ward Discipline like Infernal in the Rect League ever. Like even last season, I think they had
It
better.
has to be Infernal. Merc Wolves, Quaz Agent, Shadow Volt, they don't know how to use wards, I don't think.
In the minute before they take this is in the minute before they take Baron. It has no idea about ward discipline. It just means if you just throw down a shit ton of wards right before Baron.
No, I think it has everything to do with Ward Discipline because it means you're actually getting vision around the objective before just trying to take it.
Red Brown
Or you could just throw a ton of
My
wards
team is a
out.
bunch of apes when it comes to vision.
So is your answer Brambleback, Brad?
Yep, I'm going D. I'm riding the D.
All right. It's actually Team Ocean Drake.
Hey!
Yeah.
Damn. All right.
They place an average of over 7 wards before each Baron that they take.
Damn.
I'm never getting one
pretty
right
wild.
again.
Not too
But
shabby.
how many Barons do they take?
I think they had like 6 or 7 or something.
Right, low sample size.
Yeah.
We're going.
Yeah.
Okay.
Oh,
So right now we're with
Ocean Drake
Isically.
has 6 Baron kills.
I
Isically
didn't
with
even
the
think of
lead.
that.
All right, so we have 3 more questions left, and we don't have any sudden death material.
So many
You
questions.
just
like,
have to
holy
fist
shit.
fight.
All right.
Let's go.
Name the team with the highest average number of wards killed in the minute before they take Baron.
Oh.
Wards killed.
Well, if you're placing wards, I'd assume that means you don't have a whole lot of sweepers. So Ocean Drake is probably out.
But what if they're pink wards?
I bet it's Scuttle.
Alright, I'm going Ocean.
I'm going Scuttle.
Assuming that those are all pink wards.
Yeah, I'm gonna go with Ocean too. Actually.
I'm going Ocean.
Yeah, it's Ocean Drake.
God damn it.
They are the most, or actually, this
Wait.
one's actually a 2-way tie.
Oh!
Okay.
So it's Ocean Drake and Air Drake. They both have an average of 2.5 wards killed before each Baron they take. So
Nice.
nice job, Air Drake. You guys are doing great.
Word.
Excellent.
All right. So that puts Isically still in a lead. Shoemaker tailing. Me tailing even more.
The logic was sound.
Yeah. Name the team with the highest average number of wards placed under 30 seconds before they take Dragon.
30
Jesus Christ.
seconds.
What are these
You're
stats?
just like, you're crunching the numbers on us.
Well-
This is stressful. The first
It's
minute
like-
before
it's like
Baron.
we
30
called
seconds. I don't even know how to guess this one.
Called
I
him
don't even know how
like-
long 30
It's
seconds
getting
is.
narrower. The 15 seconds before they get a kill.
I'm going
What's
Gromp.
next?
The chat wants Gromp. I want Gromp.
I'm gonna go Ocean Drake.
I'm
It's
going
tried
Mountain
and
Drake.
true at this
If Mountain
point.
Drake is getting the most kills, that means they probably have the best vision, right?
That's good. That's some logic.
That is some good logic. Are you going with Mountain Drake?
I'm locking in C.
All right, so this is another clear case. So never root against the Ocean Drake. They're the best at pre-objective.
Their objective vision is insane.
Yeah, it is unreal. They are topping the league in all the metrics.
Honestly, they should just try and take more objectives, it sounds.
Yeah.
If they take more objectives, they'll do really good at it.
Yes. So Ocean Drake places an average of 4.05 words in the 30 seconds before they do Dragon.
Damn. All right.
Honestly, it sounds like we're just
a lot of
learning the
words.
secret OP Ocean Drake strats right now.
It's all about the
Thank you
vision
for doing
control.
this for
Everyone
us.
watching this, you know how to beat
For the,
Ocean Drake now.
Objectives.
All right. Last question. Name the team with the highest average number of wards killed in the 30 seconds before they take Dragon.
Words kill.
Gromp!
I
Gromp!
want to bet against Ocean so bad. All
Gromp!
right, we're going Air Drake.
It has to be Gromp.
Has to be Air
The,
Drake.
the theme of this night is it has to be Gromp or Ocean.
I'm Ocean.
Or actually Toxic Peasant. Which team's... Actually, it's Merkwolves. Toxic Peasant's on Merkwolves. I'm going Merkwolves.
Icycly is riding the Ocean wave.
I'm locking in the D.
I'm going Air Drake.
All right, so it actually is Merc Wolves here.
Hey!
Yeah. So never root against Ocean. Never root against Toxic Peasant. So
Damn. Okay, so...
What do you
is
do when
that?
they collide?
I,
So, let
It's
me,
impossible.
they just pick one.
let me
You
update
get a
these
toxic
scores.
ocean.
3.5. 4.5.
I've never seen
3.5.
Shadow Vault clear a ward in his life.
Yeah. Okay. So, in case you can't read the numbers, that means that Icycly wins. You're the like this.
That was pretty close though.
This is pretty close. You're a master of shoes clues. You're the shoes. Like, do we just change the name? Are you the captain now?
Icycly's-
Icycles clues?
doesn't
I don't
work
like
as
it. I
well.
like shoes clues.
Yeah.
Keep it as shoes clues.
That works. All right, cool. So, that was some shoes clues with the boys. That was pretty cool. That was fun.
That
was
was fun.
actually-
I
that was
like-
actually
I
way
like
more-
I like that.
That was like way more fun than I was anticipating. I kind of wish that
Come
we
on,
had
man.
more
Trivia's
questions.
great.
Yeah, no, trivia's
You
sick.
can't go wrong.
All right, boys. So, are you guys ready to draft?
I don't know.
Yeah.
Maybe.
Fuck it. Let's do this.
It's time to draft.
Draft.
Draft. All right.
We're gonna
So yeah, with that, we are going to send it over to some sick drafting. I was gonna put on some music. Here
This
we go.
man's standing up in anticipation.
All right. All right, ladies and gentlemen. On the blue side today, we have Team Scuttlecrab with Coach Icycly. And on the red side, the brambliest of bros, it's Team Brambleback with Coach Shoemaker. Rewinding back into the
boys.
past, we are going to do this draft up right. These teams threw their drafts so hard last weekend that these people feel like they can do it better. So, rules are, we get one red side and one blue side draft per person. You're going to draft it out, and then after you have to defend your draft and say why this draft was superior and why the other ones was hot garbage. So, we're
What
going
if
to
they're
do
both
a bit...
good, man?
Yeah, I mean, like, if you
That
if
could
you feel
happen.
that never happens, though. There's always one good idea, one really bad idea.
There
Also-
are no lukewarm takes here. It's either the best draft of all time, or it's complete garbage, and you should find a new job.
But first of all, everybody drop everything. Shadow will just subscribe with Twitch Prime.
Hey,
Hey! Thank you, Shadow
Oh, man.
Wolf. You're the man. Okay, so we're gonna do a coin toss. Who wants to call it?
I want to be on red side because I already hit ready on the red side, Ben.
Okay.
So
I was gonna say. There we go. Bam.
We'll just do that.
Coin's rigged, guys.
All
Do
right.
I-
So you get.
Should I ready up?
This coin toss is over.
That was an unfair coin toss.
Yeah, no, that was a lot. It was a rigged coin toss, a rectally rigged coin toss.
If I ready up, does it start? I've never used this program.
Oh,
No, you just have to ready up, and then Brian has to start it.
Oh, I have to do
Wait,
something.
it started when I hit ready.
Oh, okay, then never.
Is it? Yeah.
Yeah,
it is.
never mind. My bad.
I have to ban first. Hold on, let me
Yep.
open up my handy dandy sheet here. Okay.
All right, 15 seconds on the clock. We've got a Yorick ban coming out for Team Brambleback, taking that away from Adoma.
Yeah, it looks like we're getting a lot of calls in chat for an Udyr ban. We're going to see if that ends up showing up.
It might happen.
I mean, I would have
What about
run it
Garen?
past Gray's Gambit. The dude has a ton of jungle champions.
I'm relying on that.
Ooh, we see a Garen hover.
What?
Hovering the
actually-
Garen ban.
Yeah, yes, Scuttlecrab is definitely known for hovering bans that don't make sense. So this is a smart play from Icically here.
Ooh, the Olaf ban. I like that. I think that Gray's Olaf is pretty nasty.
This is excellent.
Oh no, he's just falling into Shoemaker's plan.
He's falling into the trap.
You've
I saw
activated,
this
you've
all
activated his trap card. Ooh, in the pop
Okay,
again.
so I'm first pick.
Yeah.
All right. Should we like explain the picks at the end?
Yeah, at the end. Yeah,
Okay.
at the end you can unveil your plot.
I didn't entirely anticipate this, but this is working.
Okay.
This works for me.
Seen the Ezreal locked in. That's a pretty standard Brambleback pick. Ooh, the Sejuani.
Oh, if you see my sheet, he picks Sejuani and then another support.
Oh.
I got this guy. I got this guy.
I mean, right now you'd have to be rooting for Shoemaker. The dude sounds like he's in control.
Oh yes, this is great. And then I pick again.
All right, locking in the Nautilus.
Oh, this is great. This is excellent.
It's all
Fuck!
good.
I gotta play
This is
Scion.
going according to plan. Yeah, you're playing Scion.
Shit. Man, I knew that was gonna happen. I'm so bummed. One of these days.
Yeah, we're definitely seeing a lot of comfort picks here for Brambleback. That's always a good strategy.
Yeah.
See, I did all this before realizing the Urgot was back.
Oh.
So I actually did not anticipate having to ban Urgot. But that's okay.
So this was expected.
Oh, I'm banning.
Yeah, you're banning,
Okay.
by the way.
That's a good question. Oh, I do know.
I feel like the Scion Urgot matchup isn't even that bad anymore now that Urgot's not a lane bully.
Yeah, Scion's good into like everything.
Yeah, that is kind of the advantage of Scion is he's like super blind pickable.
What do I want to? Oh, easy.
But yeah, the Vigar band's probably it's pretty good against Pickle Popper. I like that.
I did not see you banning that one, to be honest.
Ooh. You did not foresee this. Oh no! Your Aurelian soul taken away.
Wait a second.
Yeah. So this is 3 bans now against Pickle Popper. We're gonna see what he actually ends up going with for Pickle Popper.
It's probably a Scion mid. Like, I think he's picking in position order.
Yeah, I mean,
Could be. It could be Sejuani top.
yeah. I don't know. Sejuani Top's definitely more of an enraged ovary thing than
Yeah, that's a me
than
thing.
an Adulma thing, I think.
Heard it here first.
Ooh, banning away the Heimerdinger after our impressive showing with it.
Picking up Varus for, ooh, the Corgi. Nice. Ooh, and the Zinzao.
All right. I like this.
Ooh, that's a good draft. Got two meatballs, 280 carries.
All picks that have had success.
Wait.
for this team.
Icicly's digging deep. He's looking up to the heavens.
I saw that. I should have banned that one, I think. He doesn't know if he wants it, though.
Yeah, I'll take it.
All right.
Ooh, last pick Echo from Scuttlecrab. I like that.
All right.
I didn't even think about that one.
Yeah.
All right.
I had him picking
That's
that.
probably something that we've had banned against us a lot all season. So I'm into picking it up last pick.
So we have to ask: are there any lane swaps, or is everything going where you'd predict it to go?
Yeah, everything is going where you would think it would go on mine.
Okay.
Yeah, same.
Okay, so let's break down the matchups a little bit. The Scion Urgot matchup. Thinking about new Urgot coming up this week. How's this go? I guess actually, Matt, you and I can talk about this because this is actually how you and I would be playing against it. I think that Scion's actually not that bad. I think that Scion would actually kind of like. I think he would pretty close to body Urgot.
Yeah. I mean, like Urgot's he's definitely a lot less of a lane bully than he used to be. He's good into like the some of the tank lines and like team fights and stuff. He's great against that stuff. So like there is a tank line for him to do stuff against, which is cool. But yeah, I don't see that being like a super dominant lane for Urgot.
No.
It probably ends up going pretty even in the top lane.
Well, all right. Here's my input. I think that's a full skill matchup, and my player is much more skilled.
Ooh, there you go.
Oh,
That's actually not true. I'm on the come up right now. So I'm gonna put this winning thing down here, and I'm gonna kind of slide it to the left or right, depending on how I feel that this is going. So,
chat votes.
so right now, chat, what do you think? Based off this top lane matchup, who's got the better of it? Is it the Scion or is it the Urgot? Give it to us, chat.
Yeah,
I just think Scion's just such a solid pick, and it you don't have to destroy lane to be useful. And you've played it, I think it was 5 times and did well on it every time. So,
All right.
yeah. I mean, like,
anticipated that to be bad, to be honest.
a lot of the pick ban strategy in the rec league is kind of like trying to find ways to kind of like like neutralize some of the bad matchups you have between players and take advantage of the good matchups that you have. So it's like Scion's a great way for Enraged Ovary, who has a little trouble sometimes.
Why do I have
great
trouble?
for him to
So good.
get through laning phase.
I'm the most slept on top laner at the moment. I honestly, I'm so good. All right, so it seems like we have a consensus, even from you, Adolma, that Scion just seems to be the better pick right now. So right now we have advantage Shoemaker.
Wait,
now
hold on. No. All right, I'm sorry. There's no way. This is a straight skill matchup, and my player is literally plat 2. You're gold 5, silver 1. I don't even know where you are. Like, nah, this isn't even close. He's gonna decimate you, kill you at least 4 times in lane. 10 minutes, 12 minutes.
I don't know. We've seen this. I've already gone against him twice, and he got
I don't
no
think it's
solo
possible
kill.
for either of those champions to kill each other in lane.
All right, I'm gonna lean a little bit more towards Isaac. It's going a little bit more towards Isaac Lee. I heard the man. It's going a little bit, but it's definitely still swayed in the side of Scion.
It's ridiculous. This is rigged.
Yeah, I would imagine that matchup probably wouldn't end up with a ton of kills, but it probably would have a reasonable CS lead for Urgot.
That does sound reasonable.
That doesn't sound that reasonable. I honestly think that Urgot, because Urgot only gets a shield now if he goes in. And, you're not going to be going in because, his mana costs are way too high to really be afforded to doing that. And Scion just, lives forever. So, I don't know. I don't know, man. I'll give you a little bit more. I'm giving you a few more clicks to the...
Look, this should be
to the
straight
Isaac.
even,
I
if
haven't
not
seen
winning
a
in my
lot of this
direction.
yet,
I don't know. Chat's saying Scion. Chat says mostly Scion. Alright, so going into the jungle matchup, we have Sejuani versus Xin Zhao.
Yes.
Yeah.
Xin Zhao is one of the
Raised
highest
Gambit on Xin Zhao and Aether Fox on Sejuani.
Yeah.
All right, so I'm going to use the same logic you just used. Sejuani is a hyper tank, never dies. Despite my player having less skill than your player, it's going my way.
But Xin Zhao isn't Urgot, who doesn't have, a not very good laning phase. I'd say that Xin Zhao can easily kill the Sejuani, no problem. Because Sejuani needs items to be tanky.
I don't even think of it that way. I just think
Scion-
you put the best player on the team, the best jungler, one of the best junglers this patch that has a lot of priority. He'll be able to make a lot of plays around the map before Sejuani can get there.
Alright.
Then again, Sejuani is also a good pick based on who you're picking it for, I think.
I mean, okay, so, if we're talking about the early game, we're going to have to assume that Xin Zhao wins the early game, every single time. But we've seen Aether Fox going into the mid-late game not turbo feed on Sejuani.
Xin Zhao only wins the early game if his mid and top are winning, and I, again, have a winning top and a winning mid lane, so I don't know what you want from me.
All right, we'll give it. We'll give...
I mean, I actually really like I really like the Sejuani pick here. I think that it's definitely been one of the champions that Aether Fox has been like strongest on this season, and he's definitely been like really impactful on it, even in matchups where he has like a tough time, you know. I really like the Sejuani pick here. I feel like this is another situation of like, you know, taking kind of trying to neutralize some of the skill discrepancies by like, you know, letting your players be useful in other ways.
All right. So right now I'm putting this this draft is pretty close to the middle. The winning is on neither side at this point. Maybe I'll give him a few inches to Icicle. And now we're going to the mid lane. We're going to Corki versus Echo. Pickle Popper versus the boy INDOL. What's up? Why is this a winning matchup?
I actually think this is better for Scuttle Crab. But Corki is a hard scaling champion, so all he has to do is sit back and farm. But Echo probably shoves a little faster once he gets like one item, and he can roam easier that way. So I actually didn't anticipate him to ban Vigar. So
was Vigar the pick?
I was gonna pick Vigar.
Plus, with the minion dematerializer buff, Shoemaker actually informed me this earlier that you now only need to use 3 of them. You can start using.
Yeah, there's only 3 of them.
And you can start shoving out that lane a lot faster on Echo.
Yeah.
Makes sense. Yeah. I mean, this is definitely a situation where like and Endo's gonna be roaming a lot on that on that Echo pick, which I like.
So, just for people that may not know, myself maybe included, talk to me about like the minion dematerializer changes and like why it's a buff to certain champions and a nerf to a lot of others.
So the way it worked before was you got 6 of them and they would come online at like 3 minutes or something like that.
It was like your second cannon wave.
Yeah, and the way they changed it was they made it come online a full minute earlier, and then they also only gave you 3. And the reason it was strong before, at least like everyone in pro play took it, was because as you would take it as mostly the support, so you could shove the waves faster and then have priority from your bottom lane. Yeah. And the way they like mitigated that was to only give you 3, so you can roam as easy. And I think it's a buff to Echo, because the reason you would take it on some mid laners like Echo and Twisted Fate,
Lissandra is a big abuser of it.
You would use all 6 of them on like the caster minions, or like 5 of them on the caster minions, so that your Q ability, it's actually Q on both TF and Echo, would one-shot the back wave once you used all 6 of them. And now that you get those far earlier, and you only have to use 3 of them instead of 6 of them, you're going to be one-shotting the back wave a lot faster. And a lot about mid lane now is you want to have priority and roam with your jungler around. So if you can one-shot the back wave way earlier on Echo, it makes him so much stronger, because he struggles to shove early on, because you'll just run out of mana.
Nice.
Makes a lot of sense. Yeah. I mean, like I've definitely taken Dematerializer on the past and like on like Singed, and it's a great way to like just clear out pretty much like all the cannons when you're proxying.
Yeah, if you ever have that,
otherwise you're just kind of stuck there like trying to flip the cannon and like do that.
Yeah, that's true.
Yeah, it helps for guys that can't.
For that got nerfed a lot.
Exactly. If you can't kill the cannons, it helps you kill the cannons.
Yep.
And then if you ever have the moment where you're laning and you use like on any champion, you use your ability and the minion lives with 1 HP and then dies to your minions, that's what Dematerializer helps you with, because it gives you that like 1 extra damage to kill them.
Yep.
Fair enough. All right, so we're moving on. We're going to move on to the bot lane. Varus versus, who's it? Ezreal? Darth Ted versus the boy Arrow, the young kid.
Yeah, I mean, I really like first picking the Ezreal for Arrow Fox here. I think that was really smart. It's definitely one of the big contested picks in this matchup. Nautilus is another one, so it's good to see him pick that up early as well. But yeah, I mean, like I know that Arrow Fox is like a pretty small champ pool of the ones that he's really good at versus the ones that like he can play. And like Ezreal's like top of the list, so I really like that he got that.
As well, Ezreal is no longer with that double tier build, so Arrow can no longer just sit in the back and spam QW. You actually have to auto attack now, building the Blade of the Ruined King build. So it'll be a trial to see if he's able to adjust to that well.
Yeah, I just think Ezreal is, because I played like some of the zombie scrims with him last season too, and I think Ezreal's like by far his best champion. So I wanted to make sure that he got Ezreal, and I thought you would ban it, and I was gonna first pick Sivir because he also plays that, and I know Darth Ted pick plays that too, and it's another contested pick. So that's kind of why I put him on Ezreal. That's why I wanted to like first pick AD carry, because I know he has a limited champion pool, like you guys say. But the two champions he plays the most, he's actually pretty good on them.
Yeah, I'd say so. My thought is that Darth Ted not on Sivir or something with like an escape is a lot weaker into Brambleback, especially with the Nautilus on like Xin Zhao on the table. Because like when I was playing against you guys, it felt really frustrating as Lissandra to just like not ever to be able to ult Sivir just because she can spell shield it super easily. But like without having like a dash or any of that stuff, I don't know. Varus feels a lot more of like a prime target.
I'd agree for the most part, especially I don't think Darth Ted has really been tested on this pick either. However, I think in combination with the Leona and the Sejuani and the Echo, this CC comp is just a roll train that's just really going to be hard to deal with.
Yeah, I will say that like the Skull Crab lineup here definitely has like 3 really strong like start a team fight options, which is always great to have from just like a comm standpoint.
4 arguably if you count Urgot's ult.
Yeah, sure. Yeah.
Which now has double range, by the way.
Yeah. It's definitely a little tough to get like picks with it if somebody's not like really out of position, but or if they're not like coming from a fight. But yeah, I mean it's definitely a lot more like it's a lot more go buttons than we're used to having. So it's kind of nice. It's kind of nice thinking about it. But
yeah, I mean I think now that we're getting down to it, we have like the Nautilus and Leona left, which kind of fills similar roles of just being like big beefy dudes that start fights.
It's really funny because I had him. Hold on, let me go to the sheet here. I had him banning. I actually didn't have him banning either of them, but I had him picking Nautilus, and then I was gonna pick like Poppy, or if he banned Poppy, I was gonna pick Leona. So it's just like they just have similar champion pools.
Yeah.
Is Leona in the champion pool of 420 Blazner at 69?
Is now.
Well, he played one of the games on the website.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. I just don't remember, so.
Yeah, we usually end up going with like Nautilus or something, but Leona's definitely on the list.
Yeah.
Okay. So now that we've kind of gone through the picks, we'll just like quickly go through and like just quickly give me like a short summary of why yours is better and like how it should work.
You want to go first?
Yeah, sure. So I think my draft is just better because it has. My draft is better because it has a hyper tank in the jungle. It's got a tank in the support role. It's got a faux tank top lane. It has a triple threat damage option, and the Varus and the Urgot combined can kill any front line very easily, especially with the Ginsu's pork build on the Varus and the CC to lock all of that down. With the Olaf ban, there's just not much you're going to be able to do without, like, you can't engage on this team comp without just getting run over.
Shoemaker, what you got? Or do you agree?
No, I think both teams are like pretty good, but if I was to argue for my team, I think they have a high priority, very strong jungler to get the lanes ahead early, which is like insanely important in this meta right now. They have 2 pretty mobile carries in Ezreal and Corki, so they can hopefully avoid a lot of the crowd control that Scuttle Crab has. And then they have decent engage / peel with the Nautilus, Scion, and then Xin ult can block a lot of those things like Varus ult.
Yeah, the Xin ult
Sejuani ult.
The Xin ult is definitely really good in combination with. It's similar to like an Olaf factor with like if you get locked down, you can just ult to prevent a lot of the damage, especially from Varus, who's like definitely the furthest auto attack range in this game. So, you're going to be able to prevent a lot of that damage.
And then I think since my team has basically 2 AD carries, they can easily just fight front to back, where Xin can block everything from the other team's backline with his ult, while Ezreal and Corki, they do a ton of DPS. They can just melt the front line and then fight into the backline.
It's definitely possible.
All right. So, Twitch chat, who are you going to give this victory to in draft? Are you going to give it to Brownback? Are you going to give it to Skull Crab? I think.
I just want to say that overall, when teams draft in the rec league, I think the most important thing is to just play like your comfort picks. Because if you look at what I did, it's like Arrow plays Ezreal a ton. Brian, you played Scion like 5 games, so you're playing Scion this game. Play
I'm
champions.
on duty.
Draft champions you're comfortable on rather than what like fits the team comp. So you don't want to pick like a random, I don't know, like a Karma middle if you don't play Karma middle.
Yeah.
Like just pick champions that you can succeed on, that you have succeeded on in the rec league games or maybe in ranked games.
Yeah, I totally agree with that. And
you'll win.
if anything, that's definitely the one flaw with my team because again, Darth Ted has never played. I don't believe Varus in the rec league, so he might not be particularly strong on that. So if there is a downfall of my team, it's him getting caught on the Varus, definitely.
Yep.
All right, chat. Let us know. I see 2 Brambles right now. I am actually in the house of saying the Scuttle Crab draft is superior. I think that it's just a lot more of a flexible draft. I think they can play it a bunch of different ways versus just like Brambleback kind of has to play like if they do fall behind, then it's just going to be like really hard.
From what I've heard, Urgot is also just like busted again too.
Yeah,
he's pretty good. Yeah, yeah
it's pretty sick.
mean, so as crazy it is, I actually might lean towards Brambleback here, because I really like that Shoemaker basically gave the carries on Brambleback the tools to like carry the game, like with the Xin Zhao carrying the early game, and then he's just got a lot of safe lanes that's going to be pretty resilient to ganks, and it seems like he's really well set up to get like an early lead, and then basically put the team in a position where all the engaged tools on Scuttle Crab aren't going to be as useful because they're going to, if they don't get a lead in the early game,
All right. So if we're counting that, so
We got a traitor in chat.
yeah. So if we're counting up the amount of people in chat, it looks like it's and like counting us as well. It sounds like Bramble just wins this one just by 1 vote. So that's gonna be a Bramble victory right there. But as to the coin, there are 2 sides to every champ select. We're gonna go on to the next round. You ready for this, boys?
There's a good chance my team looks almost exactly the same.
All right, we'll see if the man Icically has anything to say about that.
Hold on.
All right, and on the blue side, we have the bearded man, Icically, Zoolander, and Shoemaker. What's his name? Hansel. Yeah, we got Hansel over there.
Alright. I did the right one, correct?
Maybe. Time should be ticking.
Yeah, you're banning. This makes me want to ban Urgot though.
Isn't drafting about adapting though?
What am I doing?
You're the captain. You can make that call.
But I don't want to.
Shit. Alright.
The opportunity cost.
Alright, I didn't bet anything. Fuck me.
What did you mean to
Yeah,
ban?
just send
I'll ban Poppy.
Okay.
I'll add a little tag for that. Alright, so he says Zillion and the Xin Zhao ban on blue side. Is this an adaptation? Is Icically just winging this? The man doesn't know.
It's like
Is this what happens at LCS?
trying different things.
Yeah. You gotta try a bunch of shoes to find the one that fits.
We're sticking with the bans. I have to consult the other draft here. See what he did last time, you know?
Ooh, and the Sivir picked up. I like that. I think that's what you guys did in game 1, and that was really good.
Yep.
Yeah. Sivir's just a fucking hell of a champ.
Yeah, and like when Darth Ted is the shot caller, you know, Sivir's a great way to you know, call the shot.
Yeah, I mean, you got a go
Just
button.
say go and then hit the ult and let's go.
Or you get to say run away.
Yeah. And there was also some talk of Olaf last time, so you know, Olaf Sivir combo.
You mean to pick that?
No, I did not mean to click on that. I didn't pick it, did I?
Yeah,
Oh, I randomly locked in? Oh, I ran out of time.
All right,
huh?
what do you want? Just let me know.
That's gonna be Ezreal.
That's me and Ezreal.
Okay.
And then I have more time. Uh-oh.
Yeah, you got to pick twice.
Yeah, you have 5 seconds.
Well, okay,
8
we'll go
seconds.
with this.
Alright, that'll off. Ooh, Elliot's digging deep. Basically.
Oh boy.
I don't remember any other champs.
You don't remember any of the champs.
Oh, that was a mistake. Fuck.
I like the I as we were talking about before, I think the Syndra's pretty good. I think that's the pick for Endo.
Oh, you wanted to pick top.
What do you think is a bad matchup for Syndra here? Like are there any dangers in like picking it that early?
Well, just when you see Olaf, you don't want to pick Syndra.
Oh, sure, that makes sense.
Yeah, he's good against that.
Yeah.
But you did it anyways.
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
I have to bend. Oh, easy.
There you go. Okay. So we got the Ezreal Leona. Oh, thank God. I don't have to play Sion this game.
Looks like you're not playing Scion this game, buddy.
Let's go.
Oh my God, no Scion. Yeah, looks like we might get a red side counter pick here.
So I'm last. Okay. You're playing your other boy.
Fuck. That's like one of the only games I have a loss on, dude.
You play it a lot, so the comfort picks. I pick the comfort picks, man.
Dude, I don't know. Adolm and I have talked about this a lot, and like playing Maokai in lane feels so much harder than like.
Yeah, it really is. Like you just have a lot of trouble. Like, yeah, you gotta just farm. Ooh, with a Kale. Redemption.
So I need a mid laner. Ooh boy. Oh boy.
You have a huge champ pool to pick from.
I keep going to the other draft packs.
Yeah, the Jarvan pick here is nice as a way to actually like kind of CC the Olaf.
Oh wait, what's the champion I picked last time? I'm picking the same champion.
Corky?
That's
a
Corky.
gangplank, but okay.
That's Corky.
Okay.
I couldn't find him, dude. I couldn't find him.
You can. There's a search bar, dude. Just type it in.
Yeah.
I panicked.
All right. So let's we'll quickly go through this draft. Why don't you guys just give me the strong points of your draft and why you think it's better? Who wins? Chat, let us know too.
I don't know if I like my draft. My draft has a lot of engage. And then 80 carries on the same Ezreal. It's a champion he's good at, hard to lock down. Corky, pretty much the same thing.
Great game.
Yeah, it's just a double 80 carry comp. I mean, it's pretty good, but we also have that in this game with the Kale top. It's hard to say. I don't know. This is a weird draft. So I think Kale smashes Maokai pretty handedly through the whole game, not just the early, or not just the late game. I think he actually does really well in the early game too.
Yep.
Probably. Although it's a pretty easy gang setup for Olaf.
And so, yeah, so Syndra's really bad into Olaf, but the J4 is someone I think touched on earlier. Using the wall to contain the Olaf is at least blowing his flash every single time.
Yeah. Yeah, I mean, there's definitely a lot of times when I could see a game like this, you know, like it feels like it's going to turn into kind of like a front to back kind of thing a lot of the time, which is like what Kale wants.
This one in particular depends on how long it goes, because if this goes late, I don't think there's any chance for Brambleback, because Syndra gets that ultimate power on her ult. Yeah, so Syndra, Kale, and Sivir all scale to like fucking oblivion, so...
I don't know.
Yep.
I mean,
I think I think Maokai is the weak point of my draft here.
You shouldn't have picked me Maokai, dude. Should have just given me something to go in. I actually think the Bramble draft's better this time around. I think that Olaf actually just does a ton of work in this early game, and like, especially if you're considering who the players are between like Aether Fox and Gray's Gambit, like Gray just kind of like runs the show on Olaf. As
Yeah, that's
kind of
my theory of like I wanted to put him on a strong early game.
Yeah, I mean the early game could totally go, but it just
Especially-
depends how able you guys are to close. And so far as a team, I think you've had one clean game out of all 8.
There's also there was also an iteration where like I wanted Zillion, Sivir, Olaf, and then it wouldn't even matter who the other 2 champions are. I think that you guys would just annihilate if you got that.
And to Danny Taco's point, any tank player is gonna groan at the sight of like a ranged into a tank matchup. It's just like it's not fun in the top lane. It's just like it's a terrible time to be alive.
Top lane is a terrible place.
Yeah, top lane's a bad place where it's just like all it takes is just like someone getting counterpicked. It's just a game of counterpicks, and it's really dumb. But yeah,
And then even if you have the counter pick and win, it doesn't even matter.
no, not at all. All right, chat. So let us know, Brambleback, Scuttle, who is actually the draft champion? Is there going to be a draft champion? This isn't a best like 2 out of 3, so like it could just go dead even in this draft off.
Yeah, I like the Skull Crab roster better here.
For what?
I do too.
I don't know. Yeah, okay. If Shoemaker's voting for it too, then I guess it goes over to Icicly. Like, basically, if Shoemaker's going on at the side of Icicly, then you're basically just, like, forfeiting over your draft.
Conceding to his opponent, yeah.
I panicked.
That's alright. Alright, so that means that Icicly is the winner of the 2019 draft off. Bum, 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 bum. Wait. Oh, wait.
No,
Actually, no, it's a 1-1. Just kidding.
it's a 1-1.
Yeah, okay.
I mean, I should have
Bum,
the first
bum,
one too,
bum,
but
bum,
like,
bum,
what can you do?
Lukewarm takes all around.
Yeah, but yeah, no one gets to go home feeling real good about themselves. Everyone gets to go home feeling about the exact same.
Yep.
But yeah, so one of the things I want to talk about really quick, and then we'll go to Q&A, and then we'll get the fuck out of here, is what is the viability and like of flex picks in Rect League? Because we don't see a ton of them, but like you see a ton of them in pro play right now. And is like, are they good?
I think it actually is because the champion pools are so like weird amongst the Rec League players that you like don't know where it's going. Like when you pick it in pro play, a lot of the time you know where it's going. But like I think single bans, since some people don't have very big tramp pools, like a single ban can go a long way. And if you pick Galio support, or you pick Galio and your mid or support can play it, they don't know what to ban.
Yeah, I think Galio is
I just
definitely
think
one of
that's
the
really
ones.
strong.
Right, that's what I was kind of
Infernal
thinking.
does
It was
that.
like the Infernal did that in their last draft, and like that seemed really good. yeah, because
Yeah,
she ended
because
up
you
getting
can go ahead and
counterpicked.
just waste your ban somewhere else.
Right. Yeah.
Yeah, it also feels like in the Rec League, like individual lane matchups are a lot more important. Like head-to-head lane matchups are a lot more important than they are in pro play as well. So like using that to kind of get a good like jump on the opponent and like getting the counter pick when the opponent thinks they gotcha, you know, definitely can provide a lot of advantage there. But yeah, it definitely feels like it's a little underutilized, but you just gotta find the right team with the people whose champion pools kind of mesh right.
Actually, with JMU on
It's
this,
sort
their cast and Lucian flex is pretty
It's sort of
good.
how like mine and Gulen's champion pool overlap a little bit with Heimerdinger. Like you never know.
That's pretty crazy. Who's gonna get the donger? All right,
No one wants to lane against that.
it is getting late. We are gonna do some Q&A. What's up, boys? What's up, girls? Hit us with some questions or don't.
If you guys got Qs, we got As.
Yep, you got Icicly and Shoemaker. These are two of the greatest minds in League. Honestly, like I think that they're pretty. Yeah, I think you guys are pretty damn at the top of it. Like Shoe's probably up there, but like we got Shoemaker. And like I don't know. I mean, from what I've heard from Icicly, Shoemaker is the brains behind a lot of the drafts for Air, and that he learned a lot about his drafting. Yeah, he's the brains behind Air Drake, and a lot of the, I guess a lot of the strategy comes from you, and that what he's learned comes from your wisdom being passed down from generation to generation.
Yeah, I mean, realistically, I think what it comes from, like Andrew has a lot of really good insight, but I think it comes from the conversation that we usually develop each week. Like we just talk back and forth like the whole week about what's going on. I think like that's the best way to do a draft. It should never be one person, but it should never be more than two. And those two people should just like bouncing ideas back and forth pretty much the whole time.
All right, since no one has questions, and we'll just like take a few minutes. So like, what do those conversations look like? What I guess facilitates kind of like making a good draft? If we're just talking about like the nuts and bolts of it, while I pour some scotch.
Well, the most important thing is to just identify like the champions that you're good at, and not the ones you think you're good at, the ones you're like actually good at. And you kind of want to just like, if you have a player that plays like 40 champions, but he's not that great at any of them, you want to just like for the rec league, try to get him to just play like 2 or 3, and then every game pick those. And then when you're in draft, it is a lot about like solo matchups, because its teamwork isn't that great as like the LCS. So you kind of want to get your guys on champs they're comfortable with, even if it's like not a great matchup. Like if you're like, okay, what's an like insane matchup?
I think one of the good ones is like, all right, well, they left Gangplank open, and we have Shoemaker on our team, so let's just pick that. It doesn't matter what they pick, because
even if they pick like Pantheon against Gang, I was actually going to use this example. If they have a Pantheon on the other team, you're like, well, Gangplank's open, or I could pick like some crazy counter pick. Like you should just pick the champion you're good at. Like I've played that matchup a ton of times. Like I could live it, and I would still be useful. So you kind of just got to identify that, like play to your strengths.
So okay, so going back into like your Air Drake history, what draft do you remember stomping the hardest? Do you have like a draft in your mind of where like you felt like you just like totally outplayed them? I know that I've definitely talked to you, Isaac Lee, about it. And like I remember you coming away feeling like top dog after some drafts, but
yeah, last season specifically, I think the first like 6 games, I predicted like pretty much every single draft that happens, like to the end of the draft, like exactly what they were gonna pick and ban.
And I think the finals ones were pretty good too.
Yeah, the finals ones were pretty good as well. I mean, I think Scuttle actually last season was one of those, one of the times where they were limited by their champ pool. Like it was so small. It was too.
Yeah, like we got the Nocturne that one game, which worked out. We got the Sejuani. We got the Kled into Mundo matchup, which was like, that's not a fun matchup as Mundo.
Right.
No, it's not.
no. Let's see. Looking back, you got Shoemaker on Urgot into Mundo. Then you got the Kled into Mundo. That was a ridiculous game. And then we had the Singed into Garen.
That's okay.
Yeah, that's
not that's fun against Garen.
No. I don't know. I mean, I've been having a lot of fun against Garen. There's a lot of like random stuff that's good against Garen, but Garen will always be Garen.
Yeah.
Kind of no matter what.
Also, like another thing is that if you if you have actual counter picks that you play, you should definitely like use the counter picks. Don't like first and second pick your mid and top lane if you know that you can get a good matchup for one or the other. Like you should pick them in the at least pick them after the other lane picks. I mean that's kind of obvious, but
that makes sense.
It's an important thing to do.
Right. Like it just like, especially in solo lanes, it's like you can just get like so hard dumpstered if you do get countered. Like do you think that Infernal that will be their downfall because they blind pick a top almost every single time?
I mean, that depends a lot on the bans. And then I also, when it comes to bans, I know it's fun to ban like 5 mid lane champions against Shu, or 5 top lane champions against Altulma. But like, I think it's almost more effective to ban out the people that have weak champion pools and put them on even weaker champions. Like you could still ban out like the York, because that's a really annoying pick to deal with.
Right, it just takes over the
But
game.
then also don't like send all your bans his way. Sometimes you just have to deal with him on good picks, because the chances are that he's going to be on a good pick anyway.
Fair enough.
Yeah, and in terms of specific the Infernal top lane thing, I think I don't think there's any point in banning or even like looking into that, because even though they're first picking top lane every time, it's always a tank. They're not like first pick top Tryndamere or something. So, it's you know what's coming, and like there's not too much of a way around it.
Yeah, and like at the end of the day, is it really that different if it's like a Cho'Gath or a
Yeah.
Reno or like or like some other tank? It's all like pretty similar.
Scion.
Right.
Yeah, Scion, whatever.
Yeah. I mean, Sion doesn't have a whole lot of counter picks. That champ's something else. I don't know. I think that champ has a lot of counter picks, which is why I don't like playing it anymore. But,
Mordekaiser's pretty good against Sion.
yeah. Mordekaiser's good against people that don't know what the hell Mordekaiser does. And that's like a lot of the Rex League, honestly.
It's actually really funny. He was like actually good. He was like actually good against a lot of the meta champions from last season.
Yep. Yeah,
Like, he was good against Urgot and
he was
Sion.
really good against Urgot. Yeah.
It was just really funny. But he's like not a great champion, so no one wanted to pick him anyway.
Yeah.
Cool. All right. Well, do we have any other questions? It looks like not.
Yeah, I have one question for Icicly and Shoemaker before you head out. It's just like, do you have anything that you want to see more in the draft phase from teams, just in general?
Mostly just like I've said 3 times, just pick champions that you're good at and don't try to get fancy.
Yeah,
Like I know Shadow of Old likes picking everything under the sun, and I'm singling him out because he's my boy. But like, just pick the champions you're the best at, and just only pick those. Like it kind of gets boring sometimes, but that's how you win.
Yeah, like if you want to win, you have to deal with the boredom of playing the same character over and over. I don't know.
Cool.
Like in season 2, one of the reasons we actually won a lot of games was because our top laner like didn't care that he played Malphite every single game. Like, that was his champ, and he was like, "Yeah, I'm down," and it's just like it worked. It was great.
Yeah.
So pick the champs that you're good at and that you can succeed on.
Be that rock in the top lane.
Yep.
Exactly.
Someone's got to do it.
Yeah, someone's got to do the.
Why not you?
Yeah. Cool. All right. So I guess with that, we'll kind of call that a wrap. Thank you, Icicly and Shoemaker. This has been super fun. And
Yeah, this was fun.
yeah, thank you, Darth Ted and Sable, for giving us the keys to the Corvette and letting us take it out for a test spin. And yeah, and thanks to everyone in the Rec League. Last call for hats if you want one. They're sweet. Other than that, yeah, everyone have a good night. Thank you, boys.
Bye, guys.
See ya.
Yeah. See you later.